Welcome everybody. So I'm Alistair from the Global Rewilding Alliance, and I know we've invited all of the members of the Global Rewilding Alliance, all 191 organizations around the world. We have our own area on explorer.land map, and we're really keen to get as many rewilding organizations on the map as possible. So that's why I'm here. And we're hoping that there are lots of rewilding organizations on the call. So I think we just go ahead, Gilles.
Hi guys, my name is Gilles. Work for Open Forests, the company responsible for Explorer.land, the platform I will be showing to you today. And yeah, I'm based in Lisbon. Welcome to the webinar. Welcome to the Global Rewilding Alliance if you're new members. And yeah, today I'm gonna start by showing you the GRA map, where you can see yourself as an organization if you're already on the platform, the structure of it. After that, I'll pass over to the landing page of Explorer.land and show you the platform from the front end, so to say, so from the visitor's perspective. I'm going to show you some features of the platform, some example projects. After that, we're going to dive into the backend. We'll create a project, so how you can add it to your organization. Inside the project, we'll create a site and use posts. I'll show you some other functions. And finally, yeah, I'll show what you can do with your profile, organization profile and projects to make it more visible and communicate it to your followers. All right, so yeah, this maybe some of you have seen this. This is the Global Rewilding Alliance map. Yeah, you have some information about the GRA itself, a video, description of Global Rewilding Alliance, and on the map, yeah, you see all the members and the members' projects as well. So if they have created projects on Explorer.land and linked it to the GRA, they will be shown here. So to the organizations, in order to be shown on the map, which are the blue dots, yeah, you need to input the address of your headquarters, else it won't show on the map. We can also just take a look at the organizations. So as you see now, only the blue dots remain. On the left side, you have the whole list of organizations, which at the moment are 172. If you scroll over with the mouse, you see as well on the map where they are located, the headquarters. And under the projects tab, yeah, you will switch to the projects. Again, you have them all on the map, so you can completely interactively look through the map and look for projects like that. Or you can also just search on the list on the left side. Yeah, you also have the search function. So for example, let's say I want to search for the Bush Heritage Australia. So I found it. And now if I click on the organization, we will go into the organization profile. And now we can see on this map all the projects of Bush Heritage Australia. And here again, same structure as before. On the home tab, you can put a video in, have a description, and then you have your projects tabs and the contacts. And again, if you want to check out a project, you can go into the lists, or let me see, let's go explore this one. Yeah, and go into the projects. And like this, you can explore all the projects of this organization. So yeah, this is pretty simple. This was the GRA map. So let's go to the platform itself. Yeah, so you probably noticed that the basic structure of Explorerland is to have the map on the right side, and on the left side we have this column with all the content. So information, all the information, photos, videos, data. So yeah, on the landing page, what you see here are these projects are all the projects that are listed on the platform. So you might have projects on Explorerland, but don't want them to be visible to the public. So you don't have to list them, a little bit like how YouTube works as well. So if it's only published, so that's the stage before listing, you can share the link, you can embed it on your website, but it still will not be available on the landing page. And obviously you can have your projects on draft as well. So you can, yeah, build it up. And when you think you're ready, you just publish the project. Yeah, we have on the top left here some search filters. So yeah, this is mainly for visitors of Explorerland, people who are looking or searching for specific projects. So you have a series of different types of projects you can choose from, ecosystems, by country, and you can combine all these filters. Yeah, so you can, here also with the mouse over, you will see on the map where the project is located. You can just dive into the project by clicking here on the project, and as well by just navigating the map. Okay, so let's get into some features of the map. Thematic layers. So for example, we have these thematic layers. So the active ones we have at the moment 5 here, which are here by default. But we also have a library, and yeah, these are just layers that give some scientific context to your landscape. So if I go here, for example, somewhere in the Amazon where a lot of deforestation is happening, and I turn on tree cover loss, yeah, we can, what was this? We can see with this layer where the deforestation is occurring, and when as well. So you see that the satellite image here is definitely older than 2022 because the deforestation spreads already away from what you see on the satellite image. So yeah, we have a bunch of these layers that are yeah, really useful. You have all the information to the layers as well by clicking on the eye icon. They're on the right. And yeah, you can also turn on more than one at once, and yeah, reorder them. So yeah, so you can see on top, and also opacity. So now to our, let me turn this off first. Now to our map-based options. So we work with 3 different providers: Mapbox, Esri, and Bing. If I go here a little bit to the right, and then let's change, you see that the satellite image changes as well. So these 3 layers, they are a patchwork of the best images they got, and the most recent ones without clouds and so on. So you don't really know from when the satellite images are, but they are the base layers. So you can choose when creating a project which of these layers best yeah, describes the reality of your project at the moment, and set that layer as a default. We also have some stylized layers, and also the possibility to turn on and off rows, boundaries, and labels. And another nice feature, we just zoom in here. I actually have to be in a project for this to work. So I'll just gotta go here. And yeah, so also available is 3D, the 3D view of the terrain, which also gives a complete different context to your projects in comparison to watching it in 2D from the top. So you can do this in every project. And finally, I'll show you the timeline series. And for that, there's also a really nice example in this project. So this is a project that I can open here from the forests, and they are creating wildlife corridors in this area. And yeah, so if you're now we're looking at the base map layer, and you don't see any difference, right? So this is still just agricultural land. And they say, look here, we'll see a photo as well, that, yeah, this is going to become a wildlife corridor. So now, if we go to our timeline, okay. So we have two providers as well for timelines satellite series, Esri Wayback and NICFI Planet Labs. The NICFI is unfortunately, only for the Southern Hemisphere. I can show a little bit. And has almost monthly updates. Actually, it has monthly updates, but is not that higher resolution. And on the other hand, the Esri Wayback layer is much higher resolution, but yeah, it's not very regular in the publishing of new layers. But yeah, so here you can already see, and even more if I go to the NICFI, that, yeah, so on this last few satellite images from May 2024, there's already trees growing in this wildlife corridor. And if you start going back in time, yeah, so here was still agricultural. Yeah, so just to show you that with these with this timeline tool, yeah, there's no excuses. If you say you're doing something, then it should also be visible with the satellite timeline series. Yeah, and the NICFI, so if I zoom out, yeah, you can see it's just this area that they cover, and the Esri Wayback is global. Okay, so these are essentially the map tools that you can use. Now going back to the landing page, I'm going to show you a little project, but a really nice project here in the south of Portugal. So yeah, so again, here the basic structure of a project profile on the left. You have the header image, the logo of the organization that is responsible for this project, the title, again, the name of the organization. In the home tab, you have the location, when the project started, if it's active, completed or preparation, and then also the type of project it is. A summary, some news posts, and here, yeah, it's a small project, but it's really nicely done. So you can see how like almost every patch of this project area is drawn by a polygon and also categorized. So we have agriculture, we have reforestation, we have conservation. Yeah, and to all of these sites, so these are called sites, all these markers you see, you also have some information, some additional information. So if I look here, yeah, so you can put a photo in, you have the size of the area and description. And as well, sorry, let me go back in. You see these red dots here. These are news posts. So news posts can also be geolocated. So these are news posts, and also they can be linked to sites. And if that's the case, you will see the marker of the sites with another. Maybe it's a bit small for you to see, but with a small red circle with a number in it, that means that through news posts are linked to the site. So in the case of this area here, small forest, again, we have the information about this polygon, and then there are 3 news posts linked to this site. Yeah, and the more you post, the more you publish, the better people will be able to know about the projects or know the project, and just nicer the presentation will be. Yeah, so here is the information about this post. You can, by clicking on the arrow here on the bottom, you can just navigate from one from one news post to the next. And if you close the bar, there's a different view. And also here, it's almost like a virtual tour of the project. So another feature of the map, you probably noticed that the satellite image here, or in this case, it's a drone image, is really high resolution. And that's because you are also able to import high resolution drone imagery layers on top of your landscape, project landscape. So if you have that, there's a new button here on the top right. And if I turn it off, you can see the difference between the base layer and the high resolution drone image. Yeah, theoretically, you can also do this every year, and then you would almost have your own timeline file in high resolution with other images on this place. So from a small project to a bigger one, let's go back here and move to Indonesia. So this is a bigger scale project. It's called Food Forest Program. And as you can see, so if you go here to sites as well, there are 541 sites. So this is because this project works with farmers. And yeah, if you zoom in here, you'll see each farm. If you click on the farm, you have some information about the plots. I think even some information about the farmer itself. So at least his name is here. So yeah, there are a lot of different ways to showcase your project. Also a really nice thing to show here. Let me see if I find it quickly in the news posts. yeah, so they have some camera traps here, and yeah, so this is also proof that the project is having some good effects, and wildlife is returning, and they caught on the camera trap Sumatran tiger. So yeah, these are really nice little stories that you can tell when exploring it. There are plenty more features. Actually, I'm just gonna go here into another project. So this is a demo project, but it has all features activated, so it's just easier to show all in one place. Yeah, again, you can upload a video to your project. You can add SDGs as well if you want, certifications, goods. So if you're producing goods in your projects, you can also have them here and also have them for sale. So there's also an option for that. You have this little icon here on the bottom left, which is just a call to action button. So you can, customize it, get involved now, visit our website, plant trees, whatever, and then put in a URL where to send the visitors to. A description of the project. You can also insert images here, all the news posts, maybe on the sites. Also here, if you scroll over them, you will see on the map where they are located, or you can just zoom in like this, or find out more by clicking on the site. Then you have organizations that are involved with the projects. If these organizations have a profile on Explorerland as well, you can also visit them. This organization profile, which in this case is a dummy organization. Sponsorships, also some dummy companies, but yeah, you can show sponsorships to your projects and the contributions that these sponsors are making to your projects. And again, the SDGs in more detail, the goods in more detail. If a good is for sale, you can also indicate that. Have some information here and a link to the shop, for example. And finally, the contact. Yeah, really quickly, before going to that, to show you our funding opportunity page. So yeah, once you have a project, you can also, once you have a project and you're looking for funding for that project, you can also create a funding opportunity card like this. So people that are looking to invest can look for specific projects here. It can be investment, sponsorship, donation, carbon credits, or biodiversity credits. You have all the information here, and then people can just get in touch with you. So this is basically the front end of Explorerland. So now let's go into the backend. So I don't know what's your case, but if you are a new member to the GRA, you probably got your organization profile made for you already on Explorerland. So you can find it in the first map I showed you, the GRA map. If you want to be able to edit that and also create projects, you have to register on Explorerland. Send a quick notice to Lee or Alistair that you are registered and wants to be added to your project. And once you do that, we will add you, and then you come into your dashboard here. So I am a member of a lot of projects and organizations because I work for the platform. In your case, you will probably have one organization here and 0 projects. So if you click on view all organizations, then there will be your organization if you're already links to it. So when you find the organization, you click open, and now you are in the backend of your organization. On the organization side at the beginning, there's not really much you can do feature wise. So you can change the header image if you want, the logo. So there are all these 10 icons here, which is for edit. By clicking on them, you could delete the old logo and just upload a new one, either in the same. Under description, you just click on description here, change whatever you want. Let's just take away the sentence because we don't like it. Save, and it's edited. And the contact information as well, you can change. So there are some other features here, settings, but I'm not gonna go into everything, otherwise we won't have time. But these are the most important ones. Also, you can, under featured video, you can add a video to your organization profile. So all the videos you add on Explorer.land, they either have to be hosted on YouTube or on Vimeo, and you just post the URL. You have members, so if you want to add someone else from your team, he or she has to be registered on the platform. Obviously, you can just add the user there, or add a user as a member. That's it basically. And then the rest you can just click and play around a little bit to get to know. So this is for the organization. So going back to the dashboards, now we're also already in the beginning. You have 0 projects, so let's create a new project. So you can create a project by clicking here, or if you're inside your project list, it will be empty. You can also click here. So there are different ways to just start creating a project. After clicking that button, you will get in this form, which you have to fill out to create a project. So that's already have something prepared, so it doesn't take too much time. I'll just call it 2 because I already have to go on for the first webinar. The title. So the slug has to be unique, and the slug is the only thing you cannot change yourself after you create your projects. So everything else you can edit even after you create as well. But the slug, it should be the one you want, because that you cannot change. We can change it. So in any case, you can write to us and we will change it, but just for you to have this information. So let's just call it, put the acronym here, summary for your project, and then a description. The start here, so it's titled January 2020. It's an active project. The stakeholders involved are NGO, and here you can also add multiple and cooperative, let's say, activities, conservation, and reforestation. And let's put them more rewilding. Okay. So you can also change the order of this by importance. Ecosystem, let's say it's terrestrial, land ownership. It can also be more than one. And then contact details. Okay, so I think 2 2 fields in the contact details are enough. Also put your phone number and website address. I'm located in Portugal, so it's Portugal. This should be, by the way, the region of the project, not sure where you're living. I'm just doing it because it's figured out. So we've filled out everything. I clicked save as draft, and now the project is created. It's still offline. You see here the publication status. So that means it's on draft. Yeah, I could publish it and also list it if I was finished with it, but I'm not, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, here you can go to the next step. You have some information about your project plans and everything you can do or not, some limitations you have. So yeah, let's start by uploading a header image to the project. Yes, there it is. Yeah, here are the project details. So this is stuff you already filled out in the initial form, but yeah, here you can edit everything again. And you have some basic information on the top here. So 0 posts and 0 sites created. Yeah, at some point you'll have some numbers here, and then you can also dive into or see the posts and sites in the lists view. And yeah, here on the left side, you have all the tools and settings to create and build out your project. You can always have a look at a preview. So this button here over the title, or as well, and this preview URL, if you click on it. So yeah, you can see the image is already there. Yeah, now it's just zooming into the ocean because I put Portugal as a country, and he takes the islands as well, and he just zooms in, yeah, in the geography of Portugal. So we have to create a site now for the map to zoom into, right? So we don't have any project area yet. And apart from that, yeah, it's also looking a little bit empty. So let's get back to the backend. Let's create a site. So this is your site list, which is empty at the moment. You have some options on the top here. So by clicking on the plus, you are going to create one site. And then there are some other options like mass upload. So this is if you already have, let's say, all your polygons of your project, everything ready, a shape file. So you could upload that and have, yeah, hundreds of polygons uploaded onto the platform automatically. And that also having each polygon as an individual site. Yeah, so this is a bit more advanced. We'll just stick to the creating one site for the moment. So I'm clicking on plus, and yeah, let's fill out this form here. No, just copy paste here, modding Ipsum text. So now you can also choose the category of the site. So you have administrative, infrastructure, and land use. Yeah, so normally it's a land use if it's a polygon area. Let's just say it's station. You can also choose more than one, but the top one will decide on the design of the marker, as you saw before, that's on the other projects, and also the color of the polygon, for example. Yeah, I'm gonna upload a header image. They already chose one. So now for the polygon itself, you have three options, actually two, because this here is just for the customs, just to put in coordinates. When you put in the coordinates, a point, point will appear on that location. So that's no good for a polygon. But then, yeah, at least you can see where the area is you're looking for. You can also upload a shapefile. I call it shapefile, but in reality, it has to be a GeoJSON file. So this is the format we work with at Explorerland, and also in this reference system. Yeah, so you can just upload something, or the other possibility would be to just hand draw it. So I go to polygon, click on plus, and now I can just by hand very quickly draw my polygon. Yeah, so you can go in again and change it, modify it, add another point, and now you have a polygon. Normally, depends on your project, normally already has everything in the shape file, but yeah, just so you know, there's also this possibility. Also good to know is that a site doesn't have to exclusively be one polygon, so you can also have two polygons in one site. So imagine there's like a river flowing through your area, and you want the river to be that polygon, so you need a second polygon next to it, but it's still for the same site, right? Yeah, if I click publish, yeah, the point, because the marker needs a point, will be calculated automatically. You can also just go here to points and put one yourself. You can move it. And let me just delete this one. So by clicking on the polygon, you have some other options here. So the trash can will delete it. And now we have one polygon again with the center point, and I'm going to publish. And there it is, our first site. If I go back to the project and refresh, now we have a site, and now the camera will zoom into the project area. And the more sites you have, the bigger your project, the less it will zoom, so that all sites are visible. In the map, on the map. So this was creating the sites manually, at least. As I said, you can also upload hundreds of sites at one go if you want. If you want to do that at some point and don't know how, you can just write me an email. There's also here under the help button here some instructions, so you can try that as well. But for now, let's leave it at that. And let's create a post. Now a posts page as well, empty. Click the plus to create a post. And let's create a post. Summary, a description, and to set a date. So it was last month on the 4th. Upload a header image. You also have the possibility to add a gallery. So let's add some other images as well, which knows more than 1,000 words, but you can also write words to it. So add a caption if you like. And so now again, the geolocation options. First one is you can just link it to a site. So by clicking here, drop down will open. We only have one site. So yeah, this is all the possibility we have. So if I click here, it's now linked to this site, the project area. Yeah, you can also just, if it wasn't within this polygon, or if it's not somehow linked to a site, you can also just put it by hand somewhere else. Yeah, let's say it was a nursery where this activity happened. Yeah, uploads a shapefile, which, yeah, in this case doesn't make a lot of sense because it's just coordinates, or just enter the coordinates if you have them. So as you can see, the coordinates of this place here are already in. You will change. If I change here, you also change the coordinates. Yeah, so let's just keep the news post outside of the polygon. Publish. Takes a bit longer because of putting the images. And now we go back to our project. We have the site and the news post next to it. So yeah, you also get this notification saying this is your newest news post. And yeah, we click here, go into the news post, read the description, look at the gallery. Yeah. Also, you have the possibility to share every page of your project. So sites, news posts, yeah, or project page. Yeah, so they'll always where this icon is, you can share this on social media or just copy the URL. Yeah, so this is the basics. So also these are the funny, there's an airplane going over our project area. These are the building blocks to your project. So it's the sites and the news posts, and then obviously you have all the other features like certifications, SDGs. As I was pointing out before, there's this little help button here. So if you click on it, a new tab will open, and then we have videos, some get started, articles, and then full documentation. And not every feature is here yet, because they're almost faster doing the features than writing the help desk. But yeah, the basic stuff is all here. So relating to projects, relating to sites. So let's click here, creating a site. You have like a step-by-step tutorial. Some subjects also have videos. I don't know which one now, but probably, yeah. But if you don't find your answer here in this either this documentation, feel free to write an email to support@openforest.com, and yeah, we will help you with or any doubts you might have. But the majority is here on this in these articles. I'm also already, if there are no further questions, almost at the end. So there was really just one thing missing, which was to show that, yeah, once you have your map ready, your organization map or your project map, you are also able to embed it on your website. So yeah, here we have the example of the Global Rewilding Alliance. So they have their organization map embedded here. It's still interactive, right? You can still move around or mouse over. And then as soon as, yeah, you want to go a little bit more into detail and visit organization, for example, projects, then yeah, you will be taken to Explorer.land. But it's a nice way to show, yeah, at least the map, right? So another example here from C-Trees, there's also a user of explorer.land. Yeah, so this is a project page on the website for this project in Mexico. So yeah, they had videos, photos, descriptions, and so on. And also at the bottom, they have the map of their project, which gives a nice visual reference. And then here also you could explore the projects and go into their project on Explorer with more infos.
Well, thanks very much, Gilles. It's been a really good explanation of the platform. There's so much functionality. I must confess, I'm still only just getting to grips with it. So, I see this as a really powerful tool for showing the whole global rewilding movement, but also being able to zoom in detail to projects, and write news stories and all of the functionality that you've got there. So it's really powerful, and we know that different people think differently, and some people are very visual. So having a visual tool for representing the movement allows us both to zoom out and zoom in. So it's incredibly helpful for certain types of learners and thinkers. So I really encourage organizations that are rewilding to add their projects. And of course, if there are people on the call who are rewilding but not yet members of the Global Rewilding Alliance, then be in touch. My details are in the chat. But thanks very much, Gilles. That's been great.